Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of English vocabulary one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is bitter. It's a B2 level adjective, and it means having a sharp, unpleasant taste or emotion. Think of the taste of unsweetened dark chocolate, or the feeling of disappointment after losing a game. Let's dive deeper into what bitter truly means. When we say something tastes bitter, we mean it has a sharp, often unpleasant flavor. For example, this coffee is too bitter for me. But bitter isn't just about taste. It can also describe emotions. A bitter person might feel resentful, angry, or disappointed about something that has happened in their life. Someone might say, he felt bitter after being passed over for the promotion. Now, let's explore some synonyms for bitter. A good synonym is resentful. For example, she felt resentful towards her sister for always getting more attention. Another synonym is acrimonious. Imagine a divorce that is filled with anger and animosity. You could describe that divorce as acrimonious. Their divorce was incredibly acrimonious, filled with accusations and legal battles. Yet another synonym could be embittered. This word specifically means to make someone feel bitter. For example, the experience embittered him for years to come. We can also use the word sour. Though often used for taste, it can describe a bitter personality. His sour attitude made it difficult to work with him. One more synonym is rancorous, describing deep-seated bitterness. The family had a rancorous dispute over the inheritance. Okay, so now we understand what bitter means, and we've looked at some synonyms. Now, let's explore some antonyms, words that mean the opposite of bitter. The most obvious antonym, when referring to taste, is sweet. This candy is incredibly sweet. If someone is bitter about a situation, an antonym could be content. She felt content with her simple life. Another antonym is happy. He was happy to see his friends. Another good antonym is forgiving. If someone isn't bitter about a past wrong, they might be forgiving. She was forgiving of his mistakes and moved on. And lastly, consider the word pleasant. A bitter experience is not pleasant. The vacation was a pleasant surprise. Now, how can we use bitter in everyday life? Well, you might say, I have a bitter taste in my mouth after drinking some medicine, or she made a bitter complaint about the service at a restaurant. You could describe a particularly cold winter as a bitter winter. You might also say, he learned a bitter lesson after making a mistake. Or, if someone is holding on to resentment, you could say that they have a bitter heart. Here are a few more usage examples. The medicine left a bitter aftertaste. He regretted his words the moment they left his lips, tasting like bitter ash in his mouth. The political climate has turned bitter in recent years. She swallowed her bitter disappointment and tried to smile. He offered a bitter apology, but it wasn't enough. Phrases that include bitter are a bitter pill to swallow, which means an unpleasant fact that has to be accepted, and bitter end, which means persisting to the end, despite difficulties. We've covered a lot today. We learned that bitter is a B2 level adjective meaning having a sharp, unpleasant taste or emotion. We explored synonyms like resentful, acrimonious, embittered, sour, and rancorous. We looked at antonyms like sweet, content, happy, forgiving, and pleasant. And we discussed how to use bitter in everyday conversation. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you learned something new. Before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show and keeps us going. Finally, as an exercise, I want to encourage you to create your own sentence using the word bitter and share it as a comment under the video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, Keep learning and keep exploring the wonderful world of words.